Batman, but actually it's Batman 89, kind of, sort of, kind of thing. Hey, everybody. I'm super pumped about today because Mike had a great idea to talk about. Why did I sing Batman? That's tomorrow, everybody. That's going to be great. You got to join us for tomorrow. Today, we are talking about the first 3 episodes of Reacher, and we got a big story to tell here on Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Hello there. So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
I'll talk first, everybody. Good morning, everybody. You can tell we got a jam-packed weekend happening on Two Geeks and a Microphone. I am your co-host, Mr. Stephen Buster, along with the one, the only, the most beardiest once again, because it's looking quite nice, by the way, compared to my little goatee here, Mr. Michael Shanks. Mike, say hey to everybody.
Good morning to all you geeks out there in Geekdom land. And yeah, you threw me off with the intro because I was like, wait a minute.
Well,
we're doing Batman tomorrow. What?
I know, right? My brain was caught in Batman mode because we were talking about Batman, and because everybody, we're very excited. Just going to say it just right now, just get this out of the way. Tomorrow we are interviewing John Jackson Miller, the author. We're going to talk about his book, Batman Resurrection. It just came out just recently. Mike has it. He's been reading it. I've been listening to the audiobook because you guys know I love audiobooks. And we were talking about it just before we went on, even though we're talking about Reacher. Kind of a thing. Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, we're gonna have a connection between Reacher and Batman. So
right,
I'll explain that.
I'm looking forward to it. So, so we're pretty excited. So join us tomorrow afternoon if you can. We're going to go live with John Jackson Miller. I think we're going live. We're going live. It's on schedule. Yes. Yeah, I saw it live. So, pretty pumped about that. We have had him once before, and he was a great guest. He really was. And we had talked with him about Kenobi. And just all this other stuff that he writes and stuff like that. If you're not familiar with John Jackson Miller's work, he does oh my goodness, he does Star Wars novels, he does Star Trek novels.
He's done Battlestar Galactica comic books.
Yes, yeah, he did the. For those of you Star Wars fans, I'll get it out and I'll show it tomorrow. But I bought they had an omnibus of his work on the Star Wars Old Republic. And I have that, and I got one from him, and he signed it and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll have that and I'll show that. So that he's just done a lot of neat stuff. And is this his first Batman?
I think so. As far as I know, he's not done any kind of I don't think he's done any superhero stuff. I think this is the first one. Well, but we'll find out that for sure tomorrow.
We will. We'll find out, everybody, and please come. And because, as you know, we've kind of morphed into, for those who are longtime listeners, you've morphed into, we like to get your comments. We like to get your questions and include those. So if you could join us tomorrow at 2 Mountain Standard Time, right?
No, 2 p.m. Central.
We're going to double check, everybody.
Yeah, now you got me second guessing myself.
Right. So, but anyway, so if you can, we'll get the time for you here in a minute. But I just want to say, everybody, if you can join us, please do. Please join us tomorrow afternoon. You'll have the chance to ask questions of John Jackson Miller. He's a prolific author, super nice guy. He's usually at conventions all over the place because we follow him on Facebook. We're friends with him on Facebook now, and it's fun to just see all the conventions that he's been in and all the stuff that he's been working in. He and Timothy Zahn sometimes I think they were one together recently, so it was kind of funny to see the both of them.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
at a convention,
cool.
Yeah.
I would love to meet both of them at a convention. That would be awesome.
Yes, very much so. So Mike is verifying the time on that, but I'm pretty sure it's. See, now I've second guessed myself because you gave me that look like I don't know. I think it's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, but
Was it 3?
well, you know what? We're gonna verify here real quick, everybody. I know on YouTube,
Find the chat with him.
well, the YouTube time popped up, so
Okay.
yeah. So let me do. I'll bring it up. Do. Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. See, everybody, we do everything in real time. It's a wonderful thing. Live.
Okay. John Jackson
2
Miller.
p.m. Mountain Standard Time is what I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
There. All right. So 3 p.m. my time. Okay. All right.
3 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I wanted to make sure and give myself enough time because I do have church tomorrow morning and I want to be done with church and ready for this. So
yes, it'll be great. And everybody, just it's been kind of fun also to watch Tom Hutchison. Tom Hutchison is a comic book writer and stuff, and he's been our fun guy that we've talked with about Invincible. And he on Facebook has been pretty interesting. He's had some fun stuff to share as well. So I kind of like being connected with some of these authors on Facebook and stuff. Now it's fun to see their world and their viewpoints on things and stuff. So, but John Jackson Miller tomorrow, everybody, please be there or be square, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, live. Get a chance to talk with an author who's pretty well known in the author universe. John Jackson Miller's written a lot of stuff. So, all right. Well, hey,
if there's a particular geek franchise you like, John Jackson Miller has most likely been involved in it.
Yeah, let me see as we're talking about it. Let's see books that he's written. Let's see Kenobi, we talked about. Batman Resurrection is a new one. Star Wars The Living Force, Star Wars A New Dawn, Star Wars The Lost Tribe of the Sith.
Yes.
That's a big one. I think we talked about New Dawn. Star Wars Knight Errant. He has written for Mass Effect. He has written for Strange Worlds. I do have the omnibus. He wrote, let's see, it shows here Cantino Bite, Star Wars novel, Legends of the Old Republic. Let's see, Star Trek, Discovery, The Enterprise War. He wrote Picard, Rogue Elements story as well. He there was a comic book series on Lion King, The Wild Schemes and Catastrophe is a graphic novel that he did. Star Trek Discovery, Die Standing. He's written A Skull and Bones, Savage Storm. He's done Titan, which is a Star Trek Titan ship storyline. He's done more Legends, Halo, Overdraft. I'm not familiar with that one actually, but hold up. He's written an Avengers story, Battlestar Galactica. So he's got a whole bunch of stuff. Super nice guy too.
So he has done one other superhero story other than Batman then. So
yes, the Avengers. Yeah.
Cool. So he had dipped his toe in the superhero realm at one point then.
Yes.
I can tell you right now, he's done a good job on Batman so far.
It is really good. It is really good. You can imagine what's happening. You can run that movie in your brain as and he does great dialogue. And what I mean by that is it's not just in general dialogue as much as it's character dialogue. Like what would that character say? How would that character react? What kind of phrases would they use? Or, and
I cannot wait to get in with him and talk about his character development and and how he got in the heads of some of these characters and stuff. So, yeah.
So everybody, tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going live, and hopefully you can join us and meet an author, have the chance to meet an author and talk with him and stuff. We'll have to save some of the questions as we go through, so you can pop in your questions and stuff, and then we'll have a special Q&A time.
If you want, you can send them ahead of time to our email address. If you do that, we'll try to get to those too. And yeah, Steven's got the email address, show at 2geeks. That's the number 2 GEEKSMIC.com. And just in the subject header put JJK questions or John Jackson Miller questions or Batman Resurrection questions, something to the extent.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, please do that. All right. Well, let's get some more of the show on the road, shall we? Do
it should have been JJM. I'm sorry. I don't know why it said JJK.
Probably because James Jonah Jameson. No, that's JJJ.
That's JJJ. It's just my brain's not quite engaged still.
All right. Yep. All right. We do you want to do geeky news?
I have no geeky news, so if you do,
I don't. I got Geekdar though.
I have Geekdar also.
Let's do this.
Go with the radar, sir.
What's wrong with it?
I've lost the bleeps, I've lost the sweeps, and I've lost the creeps.
The what? The what? And the what?
You know, the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
That's not all he's.
Oh, that's not all he's lost. I cut that a little early. Sorry, everybody.
That's all right. You want to start or you want me to?
I'll start. So let me, I'm going to share with everybody. I watched a movie last night. It was #1 on Netflix. And I thought, oh, well, why don't I kind of show that? Oh, yeah, I guess it would help to go ahead and share my screen, everybody. Here we go. So I watched To Catch a Killer on Netflix. It's Shailene Woodley, who was in the Divergent sci-fi series kind of a thing and stuff. But it was an interesting film. She plays just a regular cop who gets involved in an FBI investigation on someone who at the beginning of the movie is in a room and just randomly shoots like 29 people with a sniper rifle all around the city and stuff like that. Wow. And so they're trying to figure it out. Well, she says a comment that the head of the FBI investigation hears, and it intrigued her. So she has good analytical skills and stuff like that. So it's how she gets involved, but it's not just about this, who the serial killer is. It really is about the politics that happen with governmental agencies who are trying to find someone. That's an element of it. Her story, there's some things that you find out about her story that I don't want to spoil for anybody that come out that actually play into why she can kind of perceive who the serial killer could be, that come out and all. It's not, if you ask my opinion, or if I score, I will give it. I'll probably give it 6 out of 10 police badges. It has an interesting ending. There's something that happens in the ending that kind of really threw me out of the whole thing. I'm like, really? You're gonna do that? That doesn't make sense. It just did not make sense at all. And so I was like, nah, that was kind of weird. But it does have an interesting. It is intriguing. Is it worth seeing on Netflix? Yeah, it's worth seeing on Netflix. It's if you like thrillers and serial killer stuff, kind of a thing. It's not a grotesque serial killer kind of a thing. In other words, it's not like someone who slices and dices people or something. It's just a guy who had a sniper rifle and shot, and how they found out where he was and how he covers his tracks. It's really intriguing. And stuff. So anyway, that's my little review of To Catch a Killer, for those who may be curious. All right, Mike.
All right. So mine is a comic book. Imagine that.
Imagine. And that's awesome.
It is another oversized giant comic book.
Oh.
And just to give you a perspective here, this is a regular size comic book.
How much more bigger they are.
Yeah.
Cheers. Interesting. Wow.
It is a huge comic book. But this is the third one I bought, and it is the original Superman versus Flash. Actually, there's 2 races in this comic book. They combined 2 races between Superman and Flash. And I always love these matchups between Superman and Flash.
Yes.
I think they're just fun stories, So it is an old book, old style artwork, and
that's cool.
Just little.
Are those complete with the X-ray glasses, public
Um.
advertisements and stuff,
Yes, that
and
type
the
of
sea
advertisement.
monkeys? The sea
And
monkeys.
here's a how to draw Flash.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, this was a special edition, so there's some different things.
How many of those oversizes do they have now?
I think there's 4. I've gotten all but the. I skipped the Superman versus Wonder Woman one. That was the only one I skipped. But yeah, I've got this one. I've got there's a Batman one with Ra's al Ghul. Robin.
Nice.
Technically, Robin dies. And then the first one was Superman versus Muhammad Ali. I was super excited.
Oh, yes. I remember you sharing that. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the third one I've gotten. These are really fun. I think they call them treasury editions. And
I like that.
So far, I have not found a backing board or a bag that I can put these in. I'm told that I might be able to get a magazine board and bag for it somewhere, but I don't know. I think they're bigger than a magazine too. I haven't really put it up against any of my magazines lately, but I don't know. I don't think I'm going to find a backing board and bag for it. So unless I special order them, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, that's my my Geekdar for today. Treasury Edition, Superman versus the Flash.
Nice. Love it. All right. So are we ready for the main event?
Yes.
Let's do this, everybody. It's time for the main event. All right, everybody. Here we are. We are talking about Reacher, the first 3 episodes. It released on Thursday, and we want to talk about it because we're Reacher fans. Love us some Reacher. So what we normally do, everybody, is we kind of give our initial thoughts on it. We rank it, and so if you have an idea of what we could rank it as, that'd be kind of funny. That'd be fun. And then like what our scale is, we always do a scale of something from the show, and then and so we're only doing the first 3 because that's all that got released. We may come back and do the whole season as a whole, but we want to talk about these first 3 episodes. And if you're thinking about watching Reacher, you're talking to, well, this guy is going to tell you to watch it. Is it worth, kind of a thing? Because I've so enjoyed. I enjoyed the movies with Tom Cruise, even though I know people say, "Well, Tom Cruise is too short and too small to play that character." I agree. Not arguing with you on that. But now that we've got Alan Rickman playing Reacher, when the first season came out, I couldn't tell you how I watched it on my own because I didn't know if my wife would want to watch it. And I told her, it's so good. You got to watch it. She loved it. And then we told her, my oldest stepson, Taylor, were like, oh, you'll love this show. And we watched it again, kind of a thing. And so
I have a friend. She used to be my carpool buddy, but she retired. So she's no longer my carpool buddy. And her name's Vicky. Vicky used to read the books. She was a big fan of the books.
Mm-hmm.
And when the movie came out, she was so upset. And I was like, I don't know. I've never read the books. I don't understand. She goes, you're right. You don't understand because you never read the books. You don't know what Reacher's supposed to be. And she goes, and Tom Cruise does not fit the character whatsoever. She was very, very upset. So after this came out, I called her. I was like, hey, so did you watch Reacher? She's like, oh yeah. And I go, what'd you think? She's like, he's much better. Or well, she didn't say it, but she should have said it.
We're saying on the show, much more better. Cheers, everybody.
She was very happy with Reacher. And yes, I would recommend Reacher too. I've really enjoyed the series. I've never read the books, so I don't know anything about the books. But and I love. I'm trying to think of the main actor's name. Alan Richardson.
Is it Richard?
he's
I said Richmond. Alan Richmond. See,
Richardson.
it's Richardson. Sorry, my bad, everybody. I knew that.
And he played Hawk in Teen Titans. So
Yes,
when the Teen
Alan
Titans
Richardson.
series was
Yes.
going, and I loved him as Hawk. Oh my gosh, he was so good. And I might as well get into the Batman connection. So there's a lot of people out there who are pushing for him to be the next Batman.
Oh my goodness, he would be
DC universe.
great.
You ain't
I
kidding.
mean, he's already been in DC Universe.
I
Sort
don't
of.
care. First of all, we got Aquaman coming back as Lobo. So who cares if Hawkman comes back as Batman? I
Yeah.
have no issue with that whatsoever.
I would love to see Alan Richardson.
Completely separate that in my mind, so I don't have a
Yes.
problem with that.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it either. Kind of a thing. Gosh, he would make such a great Batman because we've had Batmans, but
Hey, Captain America was the Human Torch,
right.
and he just got to play the Human Torch again. So
That's
yeah.
right. In Deadpool
Yeah.
versus Wolverine. That's correct.
So
yes.
Alan Richardson could easily be Bruce Wayne Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
He would look the part more than any other person.
Oh, you ain't
More
kidding.
than any other.
He would
Could you
be-
imagine if they did the Venom storyline with him?
Oh my God! I didn't even know I wanted that till you said it.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, that's holy cow. They
So
could.
if you don't know your Batman, Venom was a drug that it was the drug that made
Bane. It was
Bane
the serum that made Bane like
huge.
super huge. Now,
Right.
the movie versions never did him justice. Never.
Oh no.
None of them did.
No.
I used to have the first Bane comic, The Origin of Bane, and he was smart. He was in a Spanish prison. He was smart. He read and stuff, and then they started experimenting on the prisoners, and he was the one who survived the venom infusion kind of a thing, and it made him super big. So not only was he super strong, but he was also super smart.
So early on in the Dark Knight series, there was a new series in the 90s called The Legends of the Dark Knight. And that's like the first 2-3 years of Batman. So that's pre-Robin. And it's a dark, gritty series. I love it. It's one of my favorite Batman series. And in that series, he tackles Venom. He gets hooked on Venom for a short time.
Batman does, yes.
Right. Bruce Wayne does. And Batman uses the Venom to make himself bigger, beefier, and stronger. And it's a good storyline, and it would make an incredible movie. I don't know if they would go there just because you get a darker Batman there. Just the fact that he's using the Venom is dark to begin with. But I think it's a story worth telling. I think you would really enjoy it. It would be different. It's not the same old Batman stories that you would get in movies. So I think they should go for it. And if they used Alan, oh my God, it would be fantastic. He'd be perfect for it.
He's the perfect physical role, just like he's the perfect physical role for Jack Reacher. He'd be the perfect physical role for Batman.
Yep. I think he could be the best Batman ever, honestly.
What? Everybody, you heard it here. Mike said it. Oh,
don't tell John Jackson Miller that tomorrow.
Right?
I love Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is still my favorite Batman. But man, if he became Batman, I think he might rival it. I think he might.
Yep. Brenda says, I'd love to see him as Batman Bruce Wayne.
Oh, I know she'd love to see him as Batman.
And she also added,
yeah,
he was not.
I knew that was coming.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Yep. All right. So the first 3 episodes of Reacher of season 3, episode 3. What are your thoughts? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? What's your score?
I think this is pretty much a continuation of the first couple seasons. He has consistently remained the same character. There is no change as far as who he is.
Mhm.
I mean, you see what you see is what you get with Reacher, and I like that. I like that aspect of him. I think it's really good. I had one issue with one character who was kind of driving me nuts through it. I'm not a big fan of this character. But other than that, oh gosh, it's really, really good. I really, really like it. Other than the one character kind of getting on my nerves, everything else about this first 3 episodes.
Okay. All right. I can't wait till we get into spoiler section. So once we get to spoilerific territory, we'll handle those. Yeah, it's hard not to talk about the first 3 episodes without doing spoilers.
Yeah.
So we'll have spoilerific territory, stuff like that. Okay. So what anything else you want to add about just kind of your overview of these first 3 episodes?
Not no, I can't really think of anything else. Sorry.
No, that's okay. No, he's
I
everybody
got a
might-
brain fuzz from the last week. I've been sick. I've had the flu,
Yeah.
and it's been nasty.
Yeah.
So there's still a kind of a brain fog with me.
No, that's okay. That's all right. So so if you were to give it a score, what would you give it? And to get you thinking about it, here's what your wife gave it. 10 out of 10 heart.
Well, I'm gonna tell you it's not perfect, and she gives it a 10 out of 10. But even she had some criticisms while we were watching it because we were laughing at a few things. So what are we using as a scale in this?
For the first part, let's see. What could we use?
Oh shoot, rugs.
Right on. Great. Let's do it. Rugs.
Since it's a rug cut, what do they call it? Bizarre.
Yeah. Bizarre.
That is the dumb.
Bizarre. Yes.
That is the dumbest name for a company. He needs a better
Marketing strategist.
yeah, marketing strategist.
I would agree.
I hated that name. I thought it was stupid. Anyway, so yeah, we'll go with rugs because supposedly the guy's business is rugs. Yeah, I would give it 8 out of 10 rugs.
8 out of 10 rugs. Okay.
8 out of 10 of those fancy Asian rugs, the
Right.
really, really super expensive ones.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. That sounds good. I've loved this series ever since the beginning. I do like the character. I do have a Reacher book that I got at the thrift store for $2. Very excited. I have started reading it.
Steven always looking for a deal.
I'm always looking for a deal, man. Always.
AFD always or ALD always looking for a deal.
Always looking for a deal. Yeah, ALD. I like it. So so I did get one. It's Wanted Man is the one it is. He ends up it's classic Reacher kind of story. He's hitchhiking. These people pick him up, these 3 people, but the whole story is somebody's lying. There's something else going on, kind of a thing. So what's happened? So you are in his mind with his powers of deduction with each of these people at the beginning and stuff. So it's really intriguing.
So have they stayed consistent between the movie and the books?
I've just started it, but it does seem so. Yes, there's a little bit more detective work kind of thing that happens that you hear him talk about it in the show, but you're kind of in his mind's eye in the book, in this book at least. So it's I love the detective kind of work that he does, that not only is he super strong or he's really big. That's the whole, thing. I think that's what's so important about why Tom Cruise didn't really work for fans was because, he was fit, but he wasn't big, overpowering. And I think that's one of the things I really enjoy about the series, because now everybody's seen, if you're a Reacher fan, I'm sure you've seen the promos, and there's a guy who's bigger than him. And it's like, holy cow. And they're going to throw down. You know they're going to throw down as part of the show at some point in time.
Oh, there's one part I so called that happened. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna happen. This is gonna boom." Yep. Oh, I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yep. Yep.
That was so funny.
So
And I went, "God, he's stupid."
So yeah, this I did enjoy the series. The setup has been great. It's already done some connections. There's how he gets in. I want to talk about the opening because I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? I was like, wait, no, something's not right here or something. And then I was like, oh, okay, they got me. Okay.
Yeah. I
We'll,
had kind of the same reaction when it started. I was like, "Wait a minute, this doesn't seem right." And then Brenda's like, I think something else is going on here."
yes.
He was right.
Yes.
She called it.
Yeah. And all the other part, speaking of different actors, and I'm going to bring this up. Brenda brought this up. I love that the geek from Breakfast Club and 16 Candles is the father. Yes. Oh gosh, what is his name? I got to get this right. Anthony Michael Hall. Anthony Michael Hall is, so those who remember 16 Candles and Breakfast Club, remember the really thin, small kid, Anthony Michael Hall. Well, he's older now, and
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him when she said it. I was like, really?
And I think he was even in the movie where really like, oh man, he grew up, he filled out. That was it was a Stephen King movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, gosh, which one was it? It was the one, Dead Zone. That's what it was.
Holy crap! Was he in The Dark Knight?
Yeah, he was the reporter in The Dark Knight who got captured by, who ended up finally getting captured by the Joker.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go back, and that gives me an excuse to watch The Dark Knight again.
Yeah.
Like I really needed an excuse, but yeah, he sure was. I didn't even realize he was in The Dark Knight.
Yep.
It's cool. Okay.
And he was also in what else? It was we watched the horror
Something
movie
called
Halloween.
What was it?
Halloween he was in. He got up on the stage and he was talking about, it's like evil dies tonight. He was part of that.
Oh, was he the evil dies tonight guy? I hated him.
I'm trying to remember.
I think you're right. I got so annoyed every time they said that. I was like, stop saying that. This is the second movie in the 3-part series. We know evil doesn't die tonight. Shut up.
Right. Yeah, but he played that character. So it's great. He's a villain. We'll get more into that and stuff. I don't want to go too much farther into that. So I give it a good, strong 8 out of 10 as well. Good, strong 8 out of 10. Great start. 8 out of 10 Persian rugs. I'll do Persian rugs. That's what I'll do. The bazaar and stuff. So anyway, so that's kind of our scores, everybody. 8 out of 10. I mean, Brenda gave it a 10 out of 10, but I think she's only because he's hot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just that. Yeah,
that's exactly
kind of the thing with it. So anyway, needless to say, it's been I can't wait for each episode. It's one of those, I enjoyed it so much that if all the episodes are there, I would have binged them all for the show today.
Oh, we probably would have.
Yeah. I'm intrigued. It's 3. There's 8 episodes total, everybody. And so I think it's going to be a really good series. I really do. It's got a great start to it.
Okay.
All right, here we go, everybody. We are going into spoilerific territory. Dun dun dun. So, spoilers. If you have not watched the show yet, go watch the show. So let me tell you something, everybody. I didn't Steven skip one moment.
Wow, not out of any of the 3 episodes.
None of the 3 episodes I didn't.
Oh, you really like this?
I'll put it to you this way: there are some points where I rewound it to rewatch for a second.
Oh wow, you did a Steven rewind.
I did a Steven rewind, even. Yes.
Hey, that's a new thing.
That is a new thing.
We haven't had. I don't think we've had a Steven rewind. Oh. Wow! In what 4 years we've been doing this show?
Yep.
That's
Here's
Steven rewind.
Angie's in the house and she's like, what? She goes, okay. She's like, I definitely have to watch it now.
I think you'll enjoy it. It's really good.
It is good. It is good. So, all right, spoilerific territory, everybody. We just want to make you aware that we're going to start talking about spoilers in the first 3 episodes. If you haven't seen it, please go and watch it because it is worth watching, and it is worth. I'll even put it to you this way: it's probably even worth paying a little bit of extra so you don't get the commercials. Just saying.
No, I already don't get the commercials, so I'm good.
Oh, nice.
At least I don't think we got commercial. Yeah, I think this one. I don't even remember what we watched on, but whatever we watched on, we didn't have commercials, so it was really nice. All right, I got to get this out of the way.
Okay, let's do it.
So I cannot stand Vinnie Barbarito's sister. I hate her. She annoys me. She's annoying. The captain, the police captain or whatever she is.
Oh, the FBI or DEA agent lady.
I find her annoying. I find her New York accent very bad. I don't like it. She, like I said, she comes off as Vinnie Barbarino's annoying sister, and
Gotcha.
And I hate her. I hated her from the minute I saw her. I don't like the tough girl routine where she can beat anybody's ass crap. I don't like that.
Right.
I'm sorry, you weigh 65 pounds soaking wet. Yeah, you roughing up guys
Is
your size is unbelievable. Stop that bullshit.
Right.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Okay, done. He got it out. Yes.
I had to get it out.
Right.
But that's it. That's it. Everything else I like. I wouldn't have her. I wouldn't mind her so much if she was toned down a little bit. But she's just over the top and I don't like her. But
right.
Other than that, everything else has been fantastic.
Right. And just for the record, your wife says, tell us how you really feel, Michael. Oh, gosh. That is funny. So, well, the other part that I'll say is there's probably she's probably going to be some love interest because there's always a love interest for Reacher.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, oh, please, God, don't sleep with her.
Right. I'm like,
she's annoying.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd buy it, that relationship or that chemistry. They've already started where, he comes walking out on the road after doing this big swim in his little underwear and stuff. And she's like, oh, well, hello there.
Well, yeah, I would buy. Any girl would be like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably so. Yes.
And some of the guys too. Just saying.
Just saying. Yeah, he's quite fit, kind of a thing. I wonder if there's different things they have to do in order to do that. I know when Henry Cavill was doing The Witcher and he had a topless scene, he talked about he had to fast for like 3 days, kind of a thing, really? Or something to that effect. Yeah. So they can have that look, kind of a thing. It's so almost dehydrate.
I thought he was already pretty fit, though.
He is pretty fit. They both are. But right. I think I've heard some people say in order to have that look for TV kind of a thing, they have to fast or there's a special regimen they have to do.
Now, I could be wrong. I know Cavill had to go through quite a bit of training before he started the Superman role because he wasn't quite as big as we saw him in the film before when he got the part. And he went through some pretty extreme training from what I understand. But then again, so did Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck went through some major training to beef up for Batman too. But yeah, I just thought Alan Richardson, I thought he woke up in the morning, ate his Wheaties and looked like that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So what are some of the things I really like? I really like the how Reacher is kind of the bodyguard to Anthony Michael Hall's son. Um, and how they played all that out. That's we'll get to that in a minute. But that dynamic in the third episode was actually a kind of a warm, fuzzy kind of a not that Reacher is real warm and fuzzy, but at least
Here, I
kind
got
of
you an ice cream.
right.
What flavor is this?
Yeah.
Lavender.
Lavender infusion, and he like immediately threw it away. Mhm. Agreed. Yes, absolutely. So that was pretty funny.
And then I loved it later. The kid goes, "You're right. This ice cream sucks."
Right.
I liked it even better when the kid's dad finds out about the incident, about the fighting incident.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's all right.
Then he asks him about it, and he goes, "Is there anything that you need to tell me?" "Yeah, your ice cream shop sucks."
Yeah. Yes, very much so. Well, I think that relationship with the son is how he got how they did it, how he got in. Because at the beginning, when you first start watching the first episode, everybody, all of a sudden you see Reacher walk into a shop with all these records. And my first thought was, he would not have all those records. He doesn't have anything to his name except for the clothes on his back. And I was like, what is this going on? That's weird. And then when all of a sudden,
Not to mention, he'd have better records.
right, that's true. That comes out later, which is pretty funny. He would have better records. And then next it was when he shoots a cop, and you're like,
Wait. I also like how he threw his music knowledge around too.
yes,
The guy,
yes.
the guy asked him about a particular song, something by the Beach Boys, and he goes, "Actually, that song is just a complete and total ripoff of Chuck Berry,
Yes.
Maybelline." And I was like, "Yeah, I love you."
Yeah. Yeah, it was really
'Cause I
good.
hate the Beach Boys and I love Chuck Berry. So that was awesome.
Yep.
Sorry, I just had to throw that out
Yep.
there.
Nope, totally all right. So I think then when he goes out there, he sees this thing happen. You're like, oh, okay, this is going to be another one of those scenes like in the second one where he saved the kid. The mom was trying to withdraw money from her teller. I thought, oh, cool, we'll get another one of those. This is great. Okay. And then he shoots a cop, and you're like,
Right.
he's usually more careful than that. Something's not right, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that
And then
completely threw me off. I was like, wait a minute. He wouldn't.
something,
He,
yeah, this, wait a minute, what have I missed here, kind of thing. Then I thought, okay. And then they kind of did the go back in time, and then you realize they're setting up for a relationship to meet the son. So it was everything was a setup, except for the parts of dealing with the local cops, because the local cops weren't in on it. When they started shooting, while he's driving, I was like, oh my gosh, how is he going to take care of these guys? And so it was an interesting, it tricked me at the beginning, kind of a thing of knowing, what's going on, kind of thing. So
it tricked me. But as soon as he did shoot that cop, Brenda goes, "You think this is a setup?" And I was like, "Yeah, it might be." But I didn't get the angle at first. I was like, I don't understand what's going on here quite yet. Of course, then again, I had fuzzy flu brain, so
right. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. I had fuzzy brain, and that's just normal. I fell for it. Just saying, kind of a thing. So, yeah. So I did. One of my favorite scenes is a scene they've been showing in the trailers and in the sneak peeks. Was the part where you got the big guy. His name is Paulie.
Yes,
and the dude is a head above Reacher, kind of thing. So you're like,
and Reacher's no small dude,
and he's no small dude. He's like 6 foot tall. So this guy's just ginormous, kind of a thing. And then I thought it was interesting why he's like, how much could you bench? And Reacher's like, don't care. I don't know. Don't care. It's stupid. And
right?
Then they did this Bavarian arm wrestle thing,
I immediately I started laughing. I go, I know what's gonna happen here.
Right. I want to see how this plays out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny. And then
So for
he
those who haven't seen
did
it,
exactly what I thought he was gonna do.
he does this whole thing where he's got him on the curl bench, and where he's like, okay, I'm going to pull your hand down, see with all my strength and see, and you can tell it's like Reacher is really giving it his all,
Oh yeah.
kind of a thing. And then and I think what happened after that was he like, oops, my hand slipped, and he ended up punching himself in the face. The
Oh,
Paulie did and stuff, and was all mad. And man, he tossed that bench thing to the side, and they were ready to throw down. And
it
I
was
was,
so the classic, big brother. Hey, why you keep hitting yourself? Why you keep hitting yourself? That's all, that's all I had running through my head
oh
during
my
it.
gosh! Yes,
I've done it. I've done it to my sister.
why do you keep hitting yourself? Why do you keep
Why do
hitting
you keep
yourself?
hitting yourself?
Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That's funny. That was my favorite scene so far in the first three. That was really good. And then the second one was the one character who I thought, oh, this is kind of an interesting character, was the guy he went to go do the first go check out the cars and get the license plate off the cars
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. And which was all right. The guy was talking about it. Then you find out that I thought it was interesting that Anthony Michael Hall's character is not the boss.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, interesting. I thought that was fascinating. And then when he's like, that whole scene where he comes back and says, I don't like you, Reacher. You're a cop, kind of a thing. And I loved how he did the pencil trick is what I'll call it.
Want to see a magic trick?
Right.
One of my all-time favorite Batman scenes ever.
Yeah.
I love that
I'm
scene.
going to make it disappear.
Bam!
Ta-da! Gone.
Here's my card.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
God! Could you imagine Alan Richardson as Batman?
Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson as Batman alongside of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, I want an AI version of that. I just want to see that. I want to see the two of them together because I think they'd be good.
Yes.
I know that's an impossible request, but man, gosh, that would be so.
Yeah. Well, it's appreciation for Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker. Just was phenomenal, and that's good writing too, as well. But he really did that, and then to see Alan Richardson play Batman, just because he has the frame, he has the size.
Well, I think he's got the frame. I think he'd make a really good Bruce Wayne. He can play the smart detective type guy. I mean,
have you seen him in Ungentlemanly Warfare?
No, I have not.
Alan Richardson's in that with Henry Cavill, and
really?
Yes,
look at Batman and Superman.
It is a good movie. And all so much so I did buy it on digital. Kind of thing when it came out. I was really excited to see it.
My wife said I needed tea, so
nice. I got my tea going, my Earl Grey. So I guess the whole point about bringing him up in that one is his character is a little more, has a little more jovialness to him, and so I thought, he could play Bruce Wayne. He could be a good Bruce Wayne.
I mean, this is half of Bruce Wayne right here. Reacher is, honestly, it really, really is. And I man, if you surrounded him with a good Alfred, and oh gosh, I don't know if we do a Robin yet or not. I'm trying to picture all this in my mind, but I'm telling you, I want him as Batman. I'm speaking this into existence.
Right? We're manifesting. Was that the word? We're manifesting it into the universe or something like that. Alan Ritchson is Batman. I'm Batman. That'd be great. That would be great.
Warner Brothers, pay attention, listen. This is who we want.
Yes. So in that scene with going back to the guy, I can't remember that guy's name. Gosh, what was his name? His character's name. And I can't remember. But anyway, he was good, but he is like, I don't like you, Reacher, kind of a thing and stuff. And then he just pops, he just realizes he's figuring out and turn him in. And so then he slams his head down there where there's I don't know what you call those, but the little things where you put your Post-it notes or your to-do list that you're done with, you just kind of stick them on there.
It reminded me of when I worked at Red Lobster. We had these little spindle things that you'd put tickets.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. The used ones that are done.
Right. Once you fill the ticket, you put the ticket on the spindle. And there sorry.
That's right.
There was actually one on the wall. And like I said, I worked at Red Lobster. Sometimes they'd order a lobster and somebody'd have to go out to the live lobster tank and grab a lobster, and they bring in the lobster and stick it on there. We were cruel.
They're cruel to animals. I'll never eat a Red Lobster again. That's not true. There's one Red Lobster. It's 2 hours away. It's in Billings. And when we have to go to Billings for doctor's appointments or whatever, we always either go to Red Lobster or Chick-fil-A.
No, I won't eat a Red Lobster, so I don't blame you. I don't like Red Lobster.
Well, you worked there for so long. So,
hey, you have long ears.
Yep. But then the scene continues that later on he goes and he folds him into under the desk.
Yeah.
Breaks his legs to fold him to put him under the desk.
Yeah. You hear it too.
Yeah. You're like, crunch, crunch.
Oh my gosh. You're going to quit making me laugh, dude.
I
knew this episode was going to be hard.
Yeah. Well, we're getting near the end of the episode. What else? What else would you?
Oh, I loved it when he walks out and the other guy asks him about him. He goes, he talks too much.
Yeah, he asks him, why are you so late? He says, oh, blah blah blah. Talks too much. Yes.
And I looked at Brendan. I go, not anymore.
You're right, not anymore.
Well, then I love it when he and Barbarino's sister, when they go back, because he's like, look, we gotta clean something up, and we gotta get this done before the workers show up. So they go to clean up the body, and he was like, and they got all these cargo containers. Yes. And he goes, we need to put him in, I think, number 13.
Yep. Well,
then they ended up killing 2 other guys, and he goes, they're going in 14.
Right.
I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you, he's perfect for Batman.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
I know. Batman doesn't kill.
Here's your wife. She goes, he took them all to the train station.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's a good one.
For those of you who don't know what the train station is, watch Yellowstone, baby.
Watch Yellowstone.
If anyone says they want to take you to the train station, you run. Get away from them.
Run away. Run as fast as you can. I'll take you to the train station.
It's not a good thing to go to the train station.
Yep. Well, it's worth seeing. I'm pretty excited. The first 3 episodes, binge them, because one leads right into the other. I mean, it's just flowing really well, kind of a thing. So, and from here on out, it's just
barely even notice the time, during it, how much time it took for the
I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness, that's the end of the first episode. Oh my goodness, that's the end of the second episode. I mean, it does draw you in, and it's done really well. I will say, I have to say, of the Amazon shows that they're doing, like Amazon MGM Studio shows, this is the best one, in my opinion.
Nice.
And all. I think it's better than Wheel of Time, and I've read the first book of Wheel of Time, so I was really interested. And it doesn't do the same, but and I couldn't even get past the first 2 episodes of the Rings of Power.
I would love to know anyone because I think these are based on the novels.
They are, and it
Each
tells you
season.
which novel it is.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I would really love to know somebody's comparison who's a fan of the books and have read the novels and read these
Mhm.
different stories and how they match up, because I do think the author is involved in the making of the show. I don't know
So
if
at
he's
the end of the second, like the last episode of the second season, there's an old man who gets up who was having pie and leaves and walks out of the shop where he gets his peach pie kind of
is
a,
that him?
that's him. That's the
Oh,
author, Lee
cool.
Child. Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So apparently he is involved in the making of the show, so it's getting his approval. So that's a good thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's the TV series or a movie just does not compare to what's in the novel.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, a novel you can do a lot more in. You
Yeah.
can get inside a character's head in a novel. It's harder to do that in a movie or a TV series and be effective.
Yes.
Where in a novel you can just do it.
Yeah.
You just tell the story. So, and there's a lot of things that you can do things in books because you can use your imagination where you can't do in TV. But we're getting to a point with the way graphics and AI is working and stuff that gap is closing, and you can
Mm.
almost do everything that you can do in a novel. So
Yeah.
I would be very interested in how some people who are fans of the novels how they match this up against the TV series, the novel.
Mhm. Yeah, you're not skipping anything. You're getting the full story. It's not like, one of my complaints about some TV shows is it's like they draw it out. No, just give me the story. These, you are getting the story. I mean, it's every episode is jam packed with story, kind of going through. It's not just drawing things out. Like they spent 30 minutes on this one planet kind of a thing and drawing it out, and said maybe 3 lines. This is, I'm over exaggerating, but but this one, there's action, there's stuff that's happening. It's progressing the story every little bit, and something's happening. And so yeah, it's been really good. So for novels, I think these 8 episode frameworks are working really well to tell the story.
Cool.
I concur. I find no fault in your reasoning.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Cheers. So I would say that
You used the same mug this morning?
we have the same mug this morning.
Oh, nice.
So I would say that, yeah, for anybody who's, if you haven't watched Reacher, I don't think I almost said I don't think it's specific that you have to watch the others, but there is a character in there that you kind of like to know what their story is. So they introduce, that's,
Yeah, I don't think they follow the timeline of the books, do they?
No. Mm-mm.
That's what I thought.
No.
I think
Yeah.
they're skipping around stories and stuff.
Yeah, but there are certain phrases that are said in each one. I do like the character of Neely. She's in it sort of for a phone call and then to get some information, but that's all right now.
Yeah, I'm sure by the end of it, she'll be a little more, Neely, like in a Batman world, would almost be, oh gosh, now I can't think of his name. The one that makes all of Batman's weapons and stuff. Gosh, why can't I think?
You'll get it. You'll get it. Lucius
Fox. That's it.
Yes.
I just kind of compare her to Lucius Fox a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Or maybe even Oracle. She could be kind of his Oracle too.
Oh, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. I concur. Yep. I do think that if you start watching, you haven't watched it before, I think because third season is not all done yet, go back, watch the first season, and then you'll want to watch the second season, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, now give me the third. You'll binge them. If you like that type of show, here's a lone guy who lives life on his own terms, loves it, kind of a thing, and always trouble seems to find him.
That was so funny when he was on. He started to be on the run again, and Brenda goes, "Where's his toothbrush?" And he went back for his toothbrush.
Grabbed his toothbrush. Yes, I love that. Yeah,
That was a good
one,
detail, though. Because
it was a great detail. Yeah,
he's very adamant about having his toothbrush. So.
Yes, and those who are fans of the show noticed that and were like, "Ah, I see what you did there. That's great."
Love it.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Well, everybody, we're coming into right at the hour mark. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode because it was I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to probably watching it again with Kelly because she was busy that night. So I ended up watching all three without her. So I'll probably end up watching those. And then, Mike, any other comments about Reacher? I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry. Anything else you want to add about watching these first 3 episodes?
I just think it's a fun series. Really love the Reacher character. I had no idea what to expect when this started. Like I said, I knew who Reacher was from my friend at work, and she was a big fan of the character, but did not like the Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Yep. And I can remember her complaining, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't get it. And then I remember watching this for the first time going, oh, wow. Yeah, I can understand why you would be upset about Tom Cruise playing.
It's an important part of the character. Yes.
Yeah, it very much is. His size is plays a lot into the character.
At the end of the second season, my favorite line was, "Whoa, those satellite photos of you don't do you justice." When it was what's his name? Robert Patrick was playing the bad guy, the main bad guy, and he had captured him, and he is like, those satellite images of you don't do you justice, talking about how big he was,
right?
Kind of a thing, and I always thought that.
I wonder what the satellite images of the other guy looks like.
Right.
That dude's
he's huge. And so I'm looking forward to that throwdown when that happens.
I wonder if that guy's an ex-wrestler or something.
His name is Olivier Richters. He is 7'2". He's 35. He's a Dutch-born actor, professional bodybuilder, and fitness model. He's nicknamed the Dutch Giant.
Wait a minute. Did you say the Dutch Giant?
Yes.
Huh. I wonder if that's the guy. That could be the guy. There was a guy. Yeah. Gosh. Like I said, my brain's not working.
Looks like he was in Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. He was in Black Widow. He was in The Kingsman. Excuse me.
Okay.
He was in Borderlands, which I haven't seen yet. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, maybe he's not who I was thinking of. But anyway, that guy is huge. He's freaking huge. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait to see that scene where you see him get punched by him. You see Reacher get punched by the character. And as he's going there, you just see the expression on his face like, I've never been hit that hard before, kind of a thing. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'll bet his character's looking forward to that too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Well, hey.
One more thing. I also love it how Reacher tries to run over him every time he comes back.
Yep.
That's so funny.
Yes.
They don't like
Yep.
each other, and I love it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good throwdown. I think everybody's watching for that one, so it'll be great. Yeah. Well, hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Just want to give a shout out to our website. Please check out our website at www.2geeksmic.com. That's the number 2 GEEKSMIC.com. That's where you get all things Two Geeks. So everything's there, which has our schedule. Ooh, I need to update that. I'm going to update that this weekend. And then with our schedule for that, schedule's on there. You can get to our merch page on there. We've got some fun little t-shirts and stuff. And with that, we can, or you can get mugs and all kinds of different things. And you can also go to the website, 2geeksmicmerch.com will take you there as well. And it's our fourth wall is the name of the site, but you can go there. You can also reach out to us, just like we said earlier, show@2geeksmic.com. Don't forget, tomorrow we are having an interview with John Jackson Miller, and if you want to hang out with us and stuff, please join us, and we are going to take questions for this. Yes, we will screen the questions to make sure that they are what's the word? Appropriate is probably yours. Yes. So we will be screening those for. Also, if you want to help support us, I just renewed our Ko-fi page. So we'll have it for another year. So it's ko-fi.com/2geeks, the number 2 GEEKS. We got $1 tier, $2 tier, and $3 tier. All that really realistically, we just appreciate your support because it does help us just pay for the stuff to do podcasting. That includes the Podbean subscription because we do it as a podcast. We also go live, and so it helps pay for. We're trying out EV Mux for now. And trying it out, and also for Mike's beard grooming kit. I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing about that and stuff. So, but it does look good, by the way.
Thank you.
So
I did get some new beard product recently, so
that's right, and hopefully we'll have that situated where we will be a affiliate.
I'd love to be an affiliate to this product. I absolutely love it. I'll even say the name. It's called Live Bearded, and it's been really good stuff. Legend is the one that I've been using that I really, really like right now. It's got a good smell to it.
Live Bearded. I'm going to put that up on my thing, and then that way I'm going to see what it takes to get in there.
They got a really nice sample kit, which gives you like 6 of the different scents. So I think it's 6. And then a nice scorecard so you can score each one of them as you go, so you know which one you like the best, and then you can go back and buy the kit. So we are not sponsored yet, but yeah, they are really good. And as Brenda just said, it smells great.
Nice. Yeah, I'm going to see what we can do. So, all right. Also, by the way, I was going to say, we've also got Glitch. I don't have my mug. That's why I was like, I don't have my little
mine with me either.
Glitch, so I used it yesterday. Glitch is an energy drink that's you can get like kind of sugar-free versions and stuff, which is really nice. And I would suggest, if you haven't tried them, try using our code if you'd like. 2 Geeks. We still haven't confirmed if you can stack those. I meant to do that the other day. Kind of a thing. So anyway, needless to say, it's really good. It doesn't give you that crash at the end of it, like some energy drinks do. And we just enjoy it. So you can go to glitch.com, GLYTCH, and use the code 2geeks, the number 2 GEEKS, and to get a percentage off of your order. Sometimes they'll do other deals, but for now, it's a really, we enjoy it. And Smurf juice is our favorite.
Yes, Smurf juice.
As you always say, how do you say it? About
Smurfs are delicious.
Smurfs are delicious. And
Gargamel was right.
Gargamel was right. We should put that on a t-shirt.
Gargamel was right.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And I have been posting excerpts from my characters' diaries from the Immortality Code, and I am close to getting the Immortality Code on Audible. That is coming very soon. I finally got everything. I think I finally got everything ironed out. First, there were some sound issues that I had to fix. Then they didn't like my cover size. Then I went back to Get Covers and said, "Hey, can you make me an Audible book cover for it?" And they said, "Sure, we can do that for you." So they've done that. I've resubmitted it. I'm just waiting for the
Final approval.
final approval on it. So I'm hoping within this week it will be up on Audible. I know I've been saying that for like 3 weeks now, but
You've been working hard on it though.
yeah,
So
and I have started working again on my second book. So
nice.
Not quite ready to reveal the title of that one yet, but maybe in the next few months
That'd be great.
Go for it. We'll give out some little hints and Easter eggs.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. And I'm almost done with mine. It's all this developmental edit stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that.
And I think our friend Jeff over at Nerdery and Murder, he's getting close to getting his novel finished. Oh gosh, what is the name of his? Was it? Oh shoot, I don't want to say the wrong name either.
Well, we'll double check with him, and we probably should have him on the show to talk about his book.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Got to get my underwear from Kmart. Definitely.
I'm a good driver.
I'm an excellent driver. Wapner's on at 4.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Mike, I'll let you finish us out on the final.
All right. With that said, please make sure and like us on Facebook, Twitter, X, whatever. I don't really post on Twitter or X, but we're on there. Whatever. Rumble, Twitch, so on and so forth. And please make sure and give us a thumbs up, a like for episodes, and subscribe. That way every time we are going live. Speaking of going live, we go live every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. You do the math on the rest because I don't like math. All right. Anything else, Steven?
Nope.
All right. So with that said, please do not Steven skip this episode because we are much more better than the rest.
Peace out. If I can find my outro. There it is.
Thank you for joining us today on the Two Geeks and a Microphone podcast. Tune in next week when we will have more news and reviews. Until then,
May the force be with you.